Wholesaling versus syndication, which is better? This is not really a very easy comparison between these two things because they're so entirely different. People that do wholesaling typically are flipping properties real fast or trading paper. This is a great thing to do. Even syndicators can trade properties and flip properties and pick up a few dollars real fast. So it's really, there's nothing wrong with wholesaling. Wholesaling is fantastic. But wholesaling is not a great business. As a business, it's not a lot different than brokering properties. You're kind of in the middle and you're trying to take a little pinch of something that's happening. You're not building long-term equity. You're not really operating a business. And by the way, it doesn't really take any capital to run a wholesaling transaction. So, if you want to have a fund, you can do that on the side and do whatever you want, as long as your documents in the fund say you can do things outside of the fund. But a syndication transaction, what's entirely different about that is that you're going to buy the property. So you're probably going to get fees associated with buying the property, getting mortgage financing on the property, doing property management over a long period of time, as opposed to just taking a real quick spread between what you buy the little piece of paper for and what you sell it for in a wholesaling transaction. You're going to get something that's much more substantial in a syndication transaction. You're going to get, beside all the fees, you're going to get the upside, you'll get participation in cash flow, and you end up with some long-term piece of equity, which you also get a substantial piece of, plus back-end brokerage and other kinds of things that happen from a fee perspective along the way. So there are very significant differences between wholesaling and syndication. I would say that syndicators frequently add wholesaling to their mix, because once in a while, in the course of looking for properties for their syndication, their fund, they're just going to find deals that don't work for them for whatever reason, because they don't meet the criteria of their fund's parameters or otherwise. And they may just put the thing under a contract and flip it to somebody else, make a few dollars, and keep moving as they look for other properties for their fund. Wholesalers, on the other hand, cannot just syndicate a property willy-nilly, because it takes a lot of planning and execution to run a syndication. So as a syndicator, you can do both. As a wholesaler, you're kind of pinched into just one deal. But it's also a part of where you are in your career and your business. If you're far along in your business and you want to jump into the syndication deal so that you can start raising capital the way Wall Street does, control the capital, control your destiny, control your deals, and be able to fund things the way that you want to, then syndication fund structures are the way to go. If you're just looking for a part-time job, just kind of fill in the gaps, then wholesaling is the way to go. And even wholesaling is not that easy. Nothing that really generates good money is easy. You have to plan, you have to market, spend probably some money, and do some things that get you ready. So listen, whichever way you go, it's good. I think that professional people prefer the syndication path, because ultimately they're building enormously more wealth. You can make a good living at wholesaling, but you never get wealthy at it. So just a perspective, you're welcome to take this any direction that you like. But if you move in the syndication fund direction, it's a great business as long as you go out and stake your claim.